What's happening, people? You are back to the Fight Week show. Just bringing you a quick recap of UFC Vegas 46. What a night! What an event! It's a good event to kick us off with 2021. Some fantastic fights in there. A lot of decisions on the night, but some good fights. Some good fights. People jockeying positions. Um, a lot of fights between the top tens in each of us various departments and divisions in the organization. So let's start with the various. Well, let's start with the main event. Let's take it from the top. The main event: Calvin Keita versus Giga Chikadze. This fight was a very well anticipated fight. Um, it's one of those that when you look at the build up and what the way people were picking, Giga was looking like the favorite. It was a fantastic fight. Uh, I mean, these two at the end of the fight got transported to the hospital. That's how bad these two, they beat the crap out of each other. But ultimately, Calvin Keita with the win, dropped Giga. Um, like everybody says, I agree that this elbow right here was a turning point in the fight. He brought it to Giga. Giga couldn't get any of his offense going, and just literally beat him up for 5 rounds. But you can see the respect between these two fellas. Giga looks worse for wear. After the doctors cleaned up Calvin Keita, it looked like he'll go in another fight the following week. That's the respect between these two fellas. Uh, they definitely left everything in the octagon. So salute to both guys for what they brought us. And ultimately, you know, that fight in itself earned them fight of the night. It earned these guys. They ended up with the fight of the night bonus, 50 grand for both of these guys. Congratulations to both of them. Um, but you know, what's next for Calvin Keita now? Because after the Holloway fight, he probably got counted out a little bit. You know what I mean? But with a win like this, a win this dominant over Giga, I think that puts him right back up there with some of the best guys in the featherweight division. And for me, you know, for my money, I mean, he's talking about Brian Ortega. He's talking about Brian Ortega. Um, but what could Ortega do? Ortega is my boy, as everybody knows. I love Ortega to beat, and I think he would present a lot of challenges for Calvin Keita. I think he'll bring a lot of challenges and a lot of questions to Calvin Keita. So we'll see how everything plays out. But for now, congratulations to Calvin Keita. Let him enjoy his win. He's back in the win column. So big up to Calvin Keita on that one. The next fight up is the co-main. Uh, and Jesus Christ, I mean, Jack Collier coming up with performance of the night bonus. I mean, he just went in there, started unloading on Chess Sherman. I mean, I, I I've always thought Chase Sherman is not the best at moving his head, but I didn't think he was going to leave his head like that. Got dropped, got taken down there, kept down there, and that Collier just got on his back, and you don't want this guy on your back. He's the last guy that you want on your back when you're in trouble, when you're trying to draw for breath, and this guy's on his back squeezing, and then ultimately got the rear naked choke and got his hands raised. So fantastic night for Jake Collier. Uh, I think he's going to start knocking on the door to some of the guys in the top 15. I mean, the bottom end of the top 15. He's going to start knocking the door to start seeing, a win like this definitely people will start paying him some attention. People will start paying him some attention. Next one up is Brandon Royval over Rogerio Bontorin. After this fight here was non-stop action, and Brandon Royval brings that for everyone. Everyone that knows about Brandon Royval knows he don't stop. He comes with the same pace right from the start of the fight to the end of the fight, and it's so Brandon to even apologize, even with the win. Yeah, it's a split decision, and I thought he did everything he could. He was looking for ways to finish the fight. You know, Brandon was looking for ways to finish the fight. I thought Buntory looked slightly bigger than him in there, but Brandon's always light on his feet, always moving left and right. His footwork is crazy, and the energy that he brings while he's fighting, um, like I said, is the same energy as if he started the fight. So for me, um, and for Brandon, he deserved the win. He deserved the win. It's I don't know if it's a win that's gonna propel him like that, but he definitely deserved the win. So good win there for Brandon Royval over Rogerio Bontorin. The next one up, we're going to Chikagian. Chikagian facing Jennifer Maya. Um, I thought these two brought the fight. Both of them, I didn't. You can't expect something more than a unanimous decision in women's mixed martial arts. Is asking a lot, but Chukagan brought the pace. She brought the power. She Some of the front kicks was fantastic. The timing of her kicks on Jennifer Maya, because Jennifer Maya just couldn't get in because of the reach of Chukagian. Chukagian had that reach on her, and she utilized it. She understands the space. She understands what she has to do to keep Jennifer Maya at bay, and that's ultimately what she did. Um, Fantastic win for her, and what's next for her, because she's fought the best of the best in that division. She has. It's just a case of what's next for her. Where does she go at this point? Uh, you know, in the 125 division, I don't know. She's definitely not going to be seeing Valentina anytime soon. So she got to keep the gates um, almost almost guard that top end of the division. So we'll see what's next for Kathleen Chikagian. I think she just got to keep taking fights, keep putting money in the bank, keep racking up the wins, and when the opportunity presents itself for her to have another stab at the title, if she sticks around long enough, maybe she'll get one. But for now, it's just one of those. Keep racking up the wins, keep doing your thing, and ultimately, um, we'll see if she gets another shot at the title. The next one on my list is Vyacheslav Bolshev. This guy, what can you say about this guy? This guy is probably the only guy that brought the KO to the party. The whole card, the entire card was all decisions. We have one KO and one submission. And the submission came from Jack Collier, and the KO, the other finish, has come from this guy here. Uh, Boshev Vishev Slav Boshev. That's his name. I keep butchering these names, man. Jesus Christ, forgive me, people. If you're joining, if you're joining for the first time, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button. Thank you for all of you lot that's come to show support, that's come to show love. We definitely need your support on the channel. We're a new channel and we're trying to grow, and we can only do that with your support. Going back to Bolshev, um, he got taken down in the first round by Dakota Bush. I thought Bush was kind of measuring the space. He was doing the right things. Took him down at one point. I thought Bolshev was going to accept, being on the mat, but he found his way back to his feet. And ultimately, you know, he had a bit down on his own up his sleeve, and next thing you know, Dakota's down there shelling up. It was a right, I think no, it was a left hook, almost like when you hit the heavy bag. You know what I mean? When you connect with the heavy bag, Borshev came out with that left haymaker, caught him on the body, dropped Dakota Bush. He shelled up, and the rest is history, really. But all in all, good win for uh for Borshev there, and also also Borshev did come up with a performance of the night bonus. So salute to Borshev for getting the bonus 50 grand in his bank account on top of his win money. So that's a really good night for Mr. Borshev right there. We got and Bill Algio and Brito. They opened up the main card. Both of those guys who opened up the main card. Um, Another unanimous decision from Bill Algio, getting his hands raised. No, that's Scott Maggie getting his hands raised. Bill Algio came in there, did what he had to do, and there's a lot of the fights fell out. A lot of the fights fell out. We can't really blame some of the fights that some of the fighters that had to take fights on short notice. So a lot of fights fell out like that. Opening the prelims was TJ Brown. TJ Brown getting the result against Charles Rosa. Um, Charles Rosa. I thought was actually gonna. I thought was actually gonna do a lot of good stuff in this fight. Charles Rosa is one of those guys you just don't know what he's gonna bring, and but all in all, you can't. I mean, TJ Brown is solid, man. You know what I mean? His whole game plan was solid, and he won by unanimous decision. Brian Kelleher was another one that got his hands raised against Kevin Kroom, that also took the fight on short notice. So salute to Kevin Kroom for taking that fight on short notice. Kelleher just, I think the third round is probably a 10-8 round. You got to see the third round as a 10-8 round. Battered him in the third round. Second round, they kind of figured out that look, I can take this guy down at will, and it took him down in the second round, but didn't have a lot of time left to do any kind of damage. But the third round, it was a beat down. It was a beat down in the third round. Got him. He just beat him up on the ground and gave him no chance whatsoever. So big up to Brian Kelleher there, and the other guy on the docket, the other fighter on the docket is Court McGee. Court McGee is strong, strong. He came down to crush it, and that's exactly what he did to his opponent. Ramis Brahimaj came up with a lot of hype. I thought, what I mean, I thought there was a lot of hype coming in for Brahimaj, and you could hear his corner telling him, "Yeah, I know you're tired. I know he's strong. I know he's this. I know you're that. But you gotta dig deep. You gotta dig deep." And his corner was giving him all. It's the best advice you could possibly give him. And his corner came with that advice. But ultimately, his body just didn't allow him to do it. Brahimaj, I thought, he definitely came up short against Court McGee. And when Court McGee took him down and he was coming with some I would say submission attempts that weren't really gonna fly, because Court McGee is a submission specialist of his own. And when some of the submission attempts that Brahimaj was attempting, I just didn't see it. And I thought to myself, you might as well give up the round doing that. And that's the message I thought it was sending to Court McGee. And ultimately, Court McGee got his hands raised in that fight. So big up to Court McGee. Um, he came in, handled the business, and got the win on a unanimous decision. And the main fight on the prelims was Jamie Pickett. Jamie Pickett getting his hands raised again, won the fight by unanimous decision on Joseph Holmes. I thought Joseph Holmes was gonna perform a little bit more, but he just stood there. I thought that maybe he had some luck in the first round. I'll give some of the first round to him, but Jamie Pickett just came back in the second round and third round, and just basically gave the fight that the judges, would like to see, and ultimately, he got him the win, and but I don't know what the next progression is for these guys. Joseph Holmes and Jamie Pickett in the middleweight division. That division there is kind of crazy when you look at the people in the top five, the top part of the 185 division. So I don't know how those guys are going to be able to squeeze him. But big up to them, big up to all of them, and it's a good card to start 2021 with. We now got Francis Ngannou. Uh, we now got Francis Ngannou versus Cyril Gane for the next pay per view. That pay per view, I'm looking to do. I'm looking to do a watch along on that pay per view. Probably the main card, because the card is not really. Excuse me. The card is not really that strong. The card is not really that strong, but all in all, it's still a pay per view. We've got Francis Ngannou on there fighting Cyril Gane. We've got Brandon Moreno on there with Figueredo. There's a lot of bad blood going on there, and I'm going to be back on the channel with some of the build up and some of the news that's coming up uh, about this pay per view. And come fight night, I will be doing a watch along um, on the main card. So please, if you're new, come and join us. Hopefully you enjoy it. And if you like the video, if you like what we're doing here, hit the like button, share it, get us out there, and yeah, please show some love. Fight week is tomorrow. We are the Fight Week show. After work, when I finish work tomorrow, I'll be dropping a video on here, basically on everything that's been going on the build up of the 270 card, 270 pay per view card happening in Texas, Anaheim. So it's one of those that please keep your eyes peeled out for that. Um, yeah, so the fight of the night bonuses for me and Will uh, are called fight of the night bonus for the main event. So I got 3 points there. William called fight of the night for the main event as well, and he got 3 points there. And Will called Charles Rosa for performance of the night, and I called Brian Kelleher for performance of the night. None of us got anything for that. So 3 points for me and 3 points for Will on the bonuses. So until the next video, hasta la vista. Please, 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 before I go, subscribe, like, share, do all of that good stuff. Show us some love. And you lot been fantastic getting us to where we are at this moment in time. But we need to continue growing as a channel. And thank you for everyone that's joined me either live on playback. Your support counts all the same. So thank you, thank you, thank you for joining us. And on to the next video. Big up, salute, talk soon.